Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening and watching Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the stuff your daddy never knew.
That's right, Jerod. That's right. I couldn't wait to get in there.
And joining me tonight, as always, my co-host, Sarah.
Hi, everybody.
It's cool. I've gotten used to the fast interjections.
Gotten used to that, because I'm just like over here, like, is he done yet? Is he done yet?
See, I have like really horrible ADD, so sometimes I have to like, my thoughts have to catch up with what's actually going on.
And I have like really horrible interrupting cow. Meow.
Yeah. So you want to introduce our guest tonight?
I mean, we have a full house. Everybody knows I love a full house, and I have a cheat sheet tonight because this girl over here, though, who's periscoping, she's multitasking as we speak, is so accomplished and so successful, as is this one. But let me start with you.
Okay.
You may know her from All That on Nickelodeon, La Cienega on The Proud Family on the Disney Channel, Among Passions, ER, and NYPD Blue, just to name a few. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Alisa Reyes, welcome to the show.
You can introduce me anytime, chica.
Oh, yeah, I got it. And she's wearing purple because we're
Christmassy Advent ready for the
Yeah,
holidays.
I should have wore like, I don't know, red or blue or something.
Yes, come on, get in the Christmas spirit.
You know, something like that. I'm kind of
wear gym clothes.
Yes, I was gonna say, and
she looks
to
hot.
your left and my right, we have a Hattie, singer, model, actress. Am I missing anything before I say your name?
I own a clothing label and an event company.
Clothing label and an event company. Perfect. Noel Leon, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Awesome, glad you made it. So.
And I'm just a little ball of fun over here. Welcome you to the show too, Jerod.
I did.
Yes, introduce.
I did. I already introduced you. You've been introduced.
I know.
So this is crazy. This show came together last minute, and I have to thank our sponsor for actually making these two guests happen. Josh Bocanegra with Humai.
Go Josh.
Shout out Josh.
They are starting a company. Humai is starting a company right now that they're developing technology so that they can actually take a human brain and implant it into a human synthetic robot.
That's easy.
Which is probably one of the most fascinating things that I've ever had the privilege of hearing about or being a part of. So you can find them at humai.com and look that up, man, because they're exploding. They're on TechCrunch.
Sounds like a Nat Geo episode. Like
it's nuts, and I'm so excited. Like I was one of the first ones to hear about it, and I was like, yes, I want to be a part of this. Like
I want to know more.
It's so fascinating.
Well, because I think they say in business is find a problem that everybody that most people have, and then find a solution for it, and that's how you make money. Find a solution, and they found a solution for death.
Right.
So,
I was going to say dying's a problem.
Or they're trying to find a solution.
There's a debate
for death.
about whether consciousness, like the human consciousness versus the soul and all of that. There's like huge articles that debate this very thing because it's been done before. If you Google Walter O'Brien, he is the character that the show Scorpion is based off of. He's actually created this upload of human consciousness in holograms before, and there's a huge ongoing debate in various science blogs about this very thing because can you upload consciousness in a brain form, or is it a soul in the human body? So it's kind of like a highly debated topic.
Which is awesome because once Humai develops this technology and we go through testing phases, let's say, hypothetically, it all works. We'll get to know if there is a God, if there is a soul in the next 100 years or so.
We shall see.
So,
It might be Scotty. We just don't know yet.
Killing two birds with one stone. Yeah, Scotty's up there like, yo, I created that, and you, and you.
What about good old
Scotty
faith?
too hottie.
Just good old faith.
Just good old faith.
Good old faith.
I read a quote on that the other day, and it was I pay attention to very, very good Christian arguments occasionally, and a lot of very, very good atheist arguments.
And beautiful women. And beautiful women.
It's like a setup for a bad joke.
Yeah, the faith one. There was a meme going around, and it was very, very hilarious. But we'll stay away from that. I mean, everybody's entitled to their belief system. I think that you whatever you want, whatever you need to get through, or it certainly doesn't make worse people for the most part.
Sometimes it's just Starbucks. Sometimes just a pumpkin spice latte does it all.
It just calls it a day. Totally. That's funny.
Well, religion and God aside, it's not really a question of like whether there's a God or not a God. It's really a question of whether like the essence of human beings can be translated into a robotic form with the brain itself, like, or if there's more that goes into that,
Yeah. And I think that's actually one of the things that Humai is doing they study you through like some kind of computer program, or they develop an algorithm that actually mimics your tendencies, your so it actually like programs the body that you get put into with your mannerisms and stuff. So
it's like the Matrix.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Oh,
yeah,
excited.
So that's super exciting. Thank you so much, Josh.
Yeah, thanks. I want to be cloned like tomorrow.
Yeah.
ASAP, please.
Can we do this?
Sign
Can
me
we
up.
clone? But then you know, a
Give
whole
me on
bunch
the
of other
list.
things.
I don't know if you want 10 of me's or do you?
I think we could do with 10 of you.
Yeah.
There are definitely people in this world that we could exclude from the my trials.
Yes, but I'll be the fifth on
We'll
that.
just make 2 lists, right?
Right.
A naughty
the
and a
naughty
nice.
list and the bad. And the good. Yeah, that's right.
Humai becoming Santa at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
Like
Speaking
Oprah,
of,
you get a
we're
clone. You get a clone.
Super close to the holidays.
Well, we're actually doing
holidays.
a show we're doing it the day before Christmas.
Christmas
So
Eve.
that's
I
our
know.
Christmas show.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I feel like this right here is like a second Christmas Eve because I'm like, what did I want for Christmas? 2 hot ladies. And I got them.
And I got 2 hot co-hosts.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Thanks, Santa.
thank you.
Coming in hot and early.
Coming in hot. So exciting. And you also do motivational speaking on the side.
Yeah, I do. I've been in the business since I literally was like the age of 8, originally from Manhattan, New York City, and I started off on a show like you said on All That on Nickelodeon. So
I think I've watched that show.
I love
actually.
that
Yeah.
show. I don't.
I play Kiki
I don't
the
remember
Island
watching it, but I
Girl.
remember. Yeah, I actually do remember watching it.
I'm from the OG cast, seasons 1 through 3, so I'm part of this 90s nostalgia that's out.
Yes.
But, later in life, after doing TV and film and voiceovers and radio and yada, 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 I had a lot of fans just constantly emailing me, asking me questions, not only about how to get into the business, simple questions about me being of diverse ethnicity, or simple questions like, what is your routine? How do you multitask? How do you do this, this, and that? Even about how do you maintain a relationship?
She's like, just wait for it. They're going to be able to clone me 10 times over.
I'm like,
Not
wait,
now,
I'm
but
working
wait.
on the autobiography. I'm a little young, but that'll come out a little later. And so I decided to work with a great company called liveperson.com. You, at the simple click of a button, can either chat with me live, or you can also do a phone session, or possibly
really cool.
email. And I do 3 different categories: marketing and branding, motivational, and like helping professionals 18 to 50. And so
You help people break into the industry.
sometimes, but
Yeah.
I actually just sometimes have people that really honestly want to talk. You might have that young college student that's just trying to get simple advice about their thesis or whatever.
Who wouldn't
wow.
want to talk to Alisa?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But I found it really helpful honing in on those that honestly called in about different things that were just maybe like relationship based. So when I got a chance to find out about you guys, I was like, ooh, there's so many things that I can talk about.
Oh, please do.
Simply, I got married this past summer.
Congratulations.
So I'm sorry, I'm off the market, but I'm still a cool chick to my Periscope people over here. Yeah, it's funny because I've been with my husband for 7 years, and we were talking out in the waiting room about how I met him one and not, and then you were telling me about your relationships, and it's definitely hard maintaining a relationship being in the business. That's why you have to have someone that is very supportive. And that will let me be the social butterfly that I am.
And you met your husband on a radio show.
I did.
Really?
So he interviewed me.
The magic of
Wow.
What
radio.
about you? Are you single? Are you taken?
Yeah, I'm single. I'm so I don't know. I love
Single club.
I love dogs, but I'm so commitment phobic. I know they say stereotypically girls are supposed to be really into commitment, but I'm just okay, bye. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. So it's a little dog then, right?
No, it's a husky.
Oh, you have a husky.
Yeah.
Oh, see, for a second, I thought you were talking about asshole guys. You're like, I love
No,
dogs.
I
I'm
think
like,
guys are.
wait,
I think
what?
guys are great. I don't have anything against guys, girls. I date both girls and guys, but I'm just not really a relationship person.
No, that's
There we go.
But my mom's Italian
Very
straight
fair.
Catholic, and she's like, Noel, when are you gonna have kids? I'm like, I'm 20. I'm gonna be 25.
I wonder if you could judge a girl's taste in men by the type of dog she keeps.
usually
I
what is it?
wonder.
You can tell a lot about a person by what they have in their fridge. Maybe you can tell a lot about a person by what little dog is on their porch.
I
or
like big
something.
Or
dogs.
what fits in their Louis Vuitton or whatever.
Right.
See, I don't
there's
know
something
if
about-
you could tell a lot about a person by what they have in their fridge, because as a guy, I can pretty much say universally all men have empty fridges. It's like I can tell that you like to
I'm
eat.
gonna stick with that.
I can
about
tell
all
that you
men
like to eat.
Being a little vacant, being a little bit vacant. compared to women.
Have you seen lots of men's fridges? Have you?
I have, and actually, the ones that are very full, I'm more concerned about than the ones that are empty.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Well, then it says a little something because normally you'd be used to seeing sort of like a frat.
No, maybe
a frat
like
kind
to
of mentality.
cook.
Sure, of course. But then it's like, all right, I need to really probe this guy because there's something more there than just like the standard. What I'd be, I'd used to look in a fridge and see some beer and maybe like some bread or whatever. And it's like, okay, you need to go to the store.
But if he has some food, you're like, this man can cook.
This guy's got something I need to, need more to talk about.
Or he's a closeted serial killer. I mean,
Or
you
that,
never
or
know.
there's so many other things.
When you find something that's that off, I mean, it's funny because actually,
Food is off.
Yes,
Something
good.
That's
That's not right.
No, I put that in my book actually, and I'm making a joke, but I actually, there's actually a segment in my book that lists off types of foods that girls like to eat to keep in your house so that they feel more comfortable when they're around.
very
Like
smart.
strawberries and cheddar cheese,
Wheat
and different
thins,
cheeses and
string
brie.
cheese.
And hummus and pita
I
bread.
like
and-
pizza.
Pizza.
And steak.
Okay, well then there's that.
Maybe
Yes.
a burger.
You're
a meat locker. You need to have
All the guys
one
on the show are going,
vegetarian
"Yes!"
part, one vegan part, because
Right.
depending on
To each his own.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I mean, keep a variety of things in there, and I mean, you don't have. It's funny because I never thought I could cook growing up. It just wasn't something that I ever thought was a skill. But I've recently come to understand that I'm actually a damn good cook.
What did you cook?
pretty good.
Like, what's your main dish?
I'm at like level 3 in the cooking spectrum.
Oh.
So
He's a grill master. You're really good on the grill.
Because I'm obsessed with the
Really?
food, like the
Go.
Food Network. So
Oh,
are you
yeah.
like, do you feel like you could beat Bobby Flay?
No. But I can cook. I can cook like
Scotty might have to try to beat Bobby.
any meat group, and I can make it really really good. So,
Okay.
I mean, like I can cook like salmon, sautéed spinach, and or like a potato or whatever would go with
A
that.
little starch? Okay.
Yeah.
I like seafood. I love me some crabs. I love shrimp. I love
Oh
lobster.
yeah, that is good stuff.
I
mean,
like
that-
to get messy.
but that's really easy. You just boil water and
Yeah, but you can overcook it.
can you?
Yeah, so basically you're gonna set him up to make us some seafood dinner.
Right, a little
like,
ceviche.
next week or whatever. Yeah,
I-
go. 1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
ceviche,
Oh,
go.
that's my favorite.
And that's raw, so you can't mess that up.
What?
Ceviche's raw, so you can't mess that up.
I've never even thought about cooking ceviche.
I'm like,
but you know
what's
what I
ceviche? I'm
heard?
just kidding.
Interesting tip on ceviche. So you know how you put it in like pico de gallo, you cut up tomatoes and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Well, I guess if you keep it in the fridge for a long time and it sits, it'll. I mean, obviously it's fish. You don't want to keep it in there too long, but it'll get soggy and kind of mushy.
Yeah.
I had an ex who actually used to, instead of putting tomatoes in there, she'd put like different kinds of peppers, like crushed red peppers,
Like salsa.
That's
bell peppers,
more
bell peppers.
preservative. That sounds
So she cut up
preservative.
all of them, and then there was actually like a crunch to it. It was great. Yeah.
Little chips. You can
Sounds
have.
good. So
Yeah,
when's she
yeah.
gonna come over and make me dinner? Because that sounds really good. I'm like, get the bell peppers in my kitchen.
Oh, I don't know. You can ask her.
Okay, hi, I just did.
That would be an awkward conversation.
Super awkward. Love it.
So, how is the singing going?
It's good. It's good. I'm working with a lot of amazing producers.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're like intimidatingly amazing.
Aw.
They're like
Nice.
18 times platinum. They worked with Diddy, Jordan Sparks, Britney Spears, Jason Derulo. Some of the producers I'm working with like just worked with Nicki Minaj, and I'm just sitting here like, hey, yeah, I only have 50K followers, and they're like,
That's
it's
still
okay.
a lot of followers.
But
Yeah.
they're like, they see like an end goal. So I'm like, okay. So they worked in Japan and China. Like China and Japan are places where people actually pay like $20 for an album. So like, and they've broken, like they did Girls' Generation, which got multi platinum sales in Japan, which is millions of dollars. So like they know how to break that industry. So I'm like, okay, who cares about the US? Let's go to China. So I'm doing an Asia and Japan tour, Asia and China tour. China and Japan tour. Brain fart.
she's going to Asia.
I'm going to just Asia. Yeah, just Asia
going
in
to
general,
Asia.
that whole area. I've been to Japan before, so I'm looking forward to coming back. But yeah, so we're doing the EP. It's getting released in about January. He was like, oh, release it either November or January because you have the whole holiday traffic thing. So I'm like,
What
okay,
kind of
January.
music do you sing? What's your
Hold
style?
on, I'm actually going to pull
You
this
can
up right
play
now.
it.
We're gonna
So,
have a
how do I
live
find this on YouTube?
performance.
What am I looking
I'm
for?
excited.
Okay. So here's the little
Hold on,
backstory.
Okay. Let me show this pretty girl that's
Pretty sure the song is called I Strip.
Yes.
Correct? I Strip because I listened
So
to it today.
I actually I danced for Miley Cyrus, and Miley kind of was a bad influence on me because
oh, really?
performing with her kind of made me like a little bit I don't know. I was just like, let's go out with a bang. So my first song that I released was called I Strip. And then my EP, there's like Lemonade, Microphone, all these innocent songs. But I wanted to go out with like my first song to be kind of like a little, you know.
I love it. You just said Lemonade and Microphone. That doesn't sound as,
Yeah.
That was maybe
I like
threatening
unicorn
potentially as I
and
Strip.
unicorns and sprinkles and glitter poop.
Yeah, my next songs are called Unicorns and Sprinkles and Glitter Poop.
Yes.
But the first song was just a little slutty.
Do you have a
Sex
video?
sells.
Yeah, there's a music video.
It is a very
So I'm gonna
Sexy.
put
You can
this
Google
up. Oh, whoop! That's a little.
Getting ready to like.
Hold on, I got the
give a little
thing right here.
Dance on.
I performed it with Nick Jonas at
Okay.
the Miss Universe pageant.
Fun.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, feel free to like
So-
sing over yourself or if you want to.
Yeah. Without further ado, we're going to listen to this single right now.
Noel Leon. I Strip.
Yeehaw! I Strip.
Let me see your dancing skills.
You ready? You look great in this video, by the way.
Yeah, amazing.
You have a pretty voice. Thanks.
I guess I got a segment of the song, but that works out
I like
good
the
anyways.
beat.
That was the Vimeo link,
Hotness.
which is the first one that comes up on Google. But
Yeah, there's like a whole music video and everything. But the EP is so amazing. I'm like excited because it's like you sing, but there's this whole production value that like all these talented people bring to the table. So
Love it.
I'm really excited.
It's very exciting.
yeah, that's awesome. And did you ever get into singing?
Yes, I was in a girls group called 3Gs. We were signed with Hollywood Records. Benny Medina and Handprint Management.
Okay,
who,
yeah.
Manages Jennifer Lopez was our manager, and we had a song on the Princess Diary soundtrack.
Oh
it was
my
like
God,
a pop
I
group.
wanna
Yeah.
hear.
So now I'm actually working on some solo stuff. I'll be releasing a song later on this year. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
What doesn't
nice,
this
nice.
girl do over here?
Yeah.
You know what? Being in
Great.
this business,
She's great.
I'm sure you can. You have to be a jack of all trades.
really do.
You have to be able to do this at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, while making sure the house is clean. I got
yeah.
food in the fridge, going to the gym,
Right.
keeping it tight. But yeah, no, you have to literally multitask. I'm exhausted.
I was gonna say, what challenges do you have with all the multitasking?
You know, I just feel like there's not enough hours in the day. You know, I think as I get older, routine is very imperative. You know, being grounded.
What time does Alisa's alarm clock go off?
Never.
Okay.
My poor husband's like, at 10 o'clock, can you shut off the phone? And I'm like, yeah, 1 second. It's hard, you know. I feel like
Yeah.
the phone is really a fucking addiction.
Right.
I really
Yeah.
do. I do feel like it's an addiction. But, you know, there is a time where, like, you literally need to actually read a book or actually talk to a human being and not
Is there
watch.
cell phones anonymous yet? Like, are we gonna go to meetings like?
Hi, I'm Elisa, and
But
I'm
but
addicted
just
to
a
my
second,
iPhone.
I'm Instagramming.
There
this,
will
so
be,
hold
and there
on.
will be
Wait,
Facebook's
let me
anonymous
take
at
a
some
selfie.
point. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Selfies anonymous.
Yeah, really.
You know, you're addicted when you run out of stuff to do and you keep picking up your phone, like
just to scroll.
you're just like, yeah, and you just but then you're like, no, Facebook, no, and you close it all out, you put your phone down, and you're like, okay, I gotta do this, and this, and then you find yourself 5 minutes later back on your phone, like, I did it
5
again.
hours later.
I feel like
still
it's
there.
bad when it's interfering in your relationship. Even my husband, I mean, we've never had an issue, but there's times where he's like, I want to take your phone and I want to just smash it up against the wall. And I'm like, don't, because it's like $600.
No, but I think you just gave me the new. I think you just gave me the new tagline for Modern Female, because we're gonna start pushing out some stuff for women, and I like what you said at the end of that. You're like, you know, I do this, I do that, and I'm keeping it tight, and I think that that's something that a lot of women can get behind, even though there's a
Yeah.
slight sexual innuendo
Shout
there.
out to Dan Bilzerian right now, who's coming through.
Oh,
the
yeah?
line.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan. Hi,
Yeah,
Dan.
what's up, dude?
Hi, Dan. He's actually a friend of mine.
Is he?
Oh, nice,
Hola.
nice. So yeah, we're doubly booked there. Yeah. So
He wants a pic, so can I send him a pic?
send him a pic after the show's done.
Wait till after the show is done.
Wait, Dan, just
Sarah's
wait.
Yeah.
multitasking.
Just wait a second.
Everybody just put up your hand like we're
Mira,
saying
un
hi. I'll
momento.
screenshot this moment.
Hashtag filter. Let's put a filter.
So
Yeah.
what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
So currently I have a cartoon on Netflix called Jammies. I
Okay.
mean, I love my younger demographic because that's how I started. I started off on Nickelodeon and later on
Which I
ventured
love.
into... Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, now we're all old.
I grew up on Disney Channel. I'm
not
still
old.
down
I don't
with
know what
the
you're
Disney
talking about,
Channel.
You
Jerod.
got to give love to Disney Nickelodeon. That's where I got my stomping grounds. But at the end of the day, Netflix is huge right now, so I'm so honored to be a part of the family.
Yeah.
Jammies has a great cast. We have Kel Mitchell, who was on All That With Me,
Oh, yeah,
one of
yeah.
the voices. Darius from, do you remember the show Family Matters?
Of course.
Right. So he's the son. He plays one of the voices as well, and just another plethora of just like amazing, different, talented voiceover actors.
Did you ever hit the club circuit with Jaleel White and all of them? I mean,
Oh yeah,
we're
it's
kind
funny
of the
because
same age,
now
so-
being part of this 90s nostalgia that's coming back because 2 million fans petitioned for my show All That to get back on the air. So shout out to all the fans.
Right.
So it's been re-airing for the past 5 years. I'm able to now do a lot of fun conventions. So like Comic-Con, Kamikaze, all these different conventions where I get to just interact with the fans. It was funny, just like. Recently, I just went to go eat pizza tonight, and like literally, there was like a line. Did you see the line of people going to see Star Wars tonight?
Oh my
Oh,
God,
no.
yes.
I want to.
saw
50
it.
million in pre-sale tickets, not to change the subject, but it
Yeah.
just goes to show you when your fans are loyal.
No,
you
you
know.
don't have to change the subject. What, like, you don't have to apologize for changing the subject there. I've been wanting to talk about Star Wars for weeks. No one I know is like in on this. Like my little sister, I almost had.
about Star Wars.
Do you like Star Wars?
Yes.
Is that what you're trying
Yes.
to say?
But like, I don't understand how people are like. I get not being like super into it, but I don't get not having never seen it or being like having fallen asleep like during it. And I had a
Right.
girlfriend who she was like,
Unless
oh, I've
you're
never seen.
narcoleptic.
She was like. And while she was asleep, I was sitting there contemplating. I was like, I don't know if I can date this girl. I think I have to break up with her.
How dare you?
Yeah,
So
I
there's a
would break
Star
up
Wars
with
deal
her.
it's
breaker.
horrible, right?
Listen, when the first Star Wars came out with Natalie Portman, well, not the first, but one of the
Yeah,
Star Wars,
yeah, yeah.
I auditioned for that part when I was a little girl, and I was like, you know what? I like that they're
They're
willing
lost.
to
It's
go.
their loss.
Right, I like that they're willing to go with a different nationality because if you look, everything is always very. Not cookie cutter stereotypical, but it's like if it ain't broke, that they're gonna stick with the same nationality. I think it's important to kind of venture out into different. I mean,
Yeah.
all of us are a very unique bunch. Of
Yes,
people,
yes,
you
yes.
know,
Very.
The United Nations, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who my real dad is still, but this butt came from somewhere. So
And
we're
it looks
still-
damn good.
Thank you.
I'm fairly stereotypical when it comes down to it, but
Yes,
to
Jerod
the
is
Star
very
Wars
stereotypical.
franchise. But and it's crazy because this franchise they've actually recasted. You know, because Disney when Disney bought it,
Right.
yeah, and Disney's they're so known for being very very multicultural. So yeah, no, I mean this is the first time that I think it I don't know if it surprised people, but I mean I was kind of going, okay, bravo, like they have a black lead,
Right. That's what
and
I'm
a woman.
saying. Totally.
And then Han Solo comes in, you know, it's like they had to put Han Solo in it.
Of course.
Yeah, if they hadn't, there would have been a riot. Would've
Isn't
been
it
bad.
out tonight?
It is,
Yeah.
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 We were going to go see it. I think we still might.
Tonight's not the night, though. You
No,
are
it's
going to be camped
crowded.
up.
This morning would have
So
been.
for those of you watching, so I did a lot of research on this. And for
Okay.
those of you watching this live show right now and you still want to see Star Wars, you want to see it on opening night, ArcLight literally has the ArcLight here in Sherman Oaks. They have a showing every single half an hour. Like literally, I think they have like 8 theaters open for
Because
that.
they're going to make millions of dollars.
Millions
Yeah.
of dollars.
And I checked what tickets were sold and da-da-da. If you want to go see IMAX, like you're not seeing it until Monday, but you can go see it tonight at some of the little theaters at because they have like they obviously like you see the seatings, like they have the huge stadium and then they have like the little tiny like disabled people theater. I don't know what it's why they would have
I'll
it
be
like
there.
Staying
I'll
out
be
of
there.
it.
it's like all flat. But yeah, you can go in there and like I don't know why they would be tiny. I'm just fucking it up.
She's like, just you're digging a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut that one. But
But
yeah.
it like spans
shovel away.
generations, you know. There's
Yeah.
like way older people, like people who are like 35 years older than me that like love Star Wars.
I
and
thought she was
there's
going to say
me.
35 old. I was like, hold on a minute. I'm not 35 yet.
No, but like older, like my grandparents that love Star Wars, and then me, and it's
Sure.
just like it's just fascinating.
All
that,
generations. Totally.
Yeah, it's
Totally.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So, what are you doing right now? You're
Right this very
you've
second,
got
she's on your
the-
show.
Right
Jerod.
now, I don't know. Let me see. What time is it? No, I'm just kidding.
No. You got the so you got an EP coming out. You're getting ready to do a tour in Asia.
Yeah, I just I'm gonna be touring in Japan, Canada, Australia, Japan. I love China. Like I'm like obsessed with Asia right now. So my next music video is gonna be like very Harajuku. Like
cute.
it's gonna be awesome. And then Australia I've never been, and this girl DJ Darth Lux. Look her up.
Yeah, she's hot.
Her and I combined forces. She has like 600,000 followers on Instagram, but she's just like the hottest thing ever. And her and I are touring together in Japan, China, all over. Awesome. And then she's from Australia, so we're gonna go to Australia together. We're gonna do the whole thing.
Yeah, so bring her back here when you come back. Just bring her back with you.
When are you leaving?
Yeah, we're leaving January 14th.
Wow.
Okay.
So right
but she's in Australia right now, and but we've performed at the Abbey together. Like I performed there, and she's hosted.
I love that place.
Yeah, I love the Abbey.
She's a really talented DJ, and her and I formed a clothing line together. It's called Lux and Leon, at Lux and Leon on Instagram, and it's just like it's funny sayings, like fucked up but funny sayings. Like we have phone cases that actually sold out on represent.com, our clothing line, represent.com/Lux and Leon, that says like stop me from drunk texting, and then, like we have like
I need one of those.
Yeah, we have like t-shirts that say like at brunch and elastics and makeup, and like all these like weird shirts that like are really applicable. Like the only thing I'm going home with tonight is Taco Bell, and like all this like but they're like cute shirts. They're like high, they're high quality materials. So it's like I don't know. We were just drunk one night and we were like, let's come up with like a really weird clothing line.
That's cute. I definitely love the one I'm going home with tonight is Taco Bell.
And I'm
story of my life.
I'm gonna keep it mild.
Right there. Number 14,
mild
just
hot sauce.
Yeah. So, but like, there's way more. Like, I don't know. We were drunk and we came up with all this shit, and then it sold out. And we were like, okay, cool. So like, people are as fucked up as we are.
Yeah.
Very relatable. So, do you feel like your dating life has suffered because of this? I mean, you guys are both busy girls. Obviously, you've managed to kind of keep a good work-life balance. But what about your dating life? When you say that you don't date anymore, did any of the decisions?
What had happened?
Did you say any more, or did you just say in general? Because I didn't hear it anymore.
In general, like I don't know.
Did you never date, or was it the fact that you're so busy?
Okay, do you have a girl? What is that? What is this? Are you pan?
No. I mean, I went to an all-girls Catholic school, and I literally didn't have sex until I was 20 years old. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I was competing internationally for figure skating. Like, I got straight A's. I got into all the top colleges. I was such a goody two-shoes that, like, and I was raised strict Italian Catholic, so
that's what I am. So
yeah. So like, I don't know. Like, I have fun, but no, I don't know. I don't really date.
Okay.
I was talking earlier to you before the show, Jerod, that I was never a dater. I just got married this past summer.
And you just skipped it.
I skipped it. I was like, screw it. I always was the girl that had a boyfriend, and I always kept the boyfriend that necessarily wasn't always the healthy of relationships. And then later I was like, why did I do that? Because I was the type of female that I never was into the one-night stands. I wasn't into like threesomes. I wasn't into like being naughty like that. And genuinely I would like, okay, if I like you and I want to be intimate or, date you, then I'm just going to end up making you my boyfriend, which was not the way to go.
Right.
I feel like I've learned later in life what the red flags are, which I feel like the red flags are beyond imperative for every person to know. And a lot of people don't acknowledge a red flag. They just constantly keep on letting the abuse happen and happen.
Yeah. It's funny because like I'm not a dater, but I have sex with only one person at a time for like 3 years straight. And like I'm so commitment phobic that like they'll be like, oh, let's go on a date, and I'm like, no. It's like a friend thing. We'll go to the movies together and then we'll fuck and then like we're friends.
Do you feel like being in a relationship would counteract your freedom? Like
like I'm touring, I'm doing all this stuff.
You're like, ain't nobody got time for
that. But I don't sleep like it's so funny because like you'd think because of my Instagram that I would like be like a total fucking slut, but I literally have sex with like the same guy for like 3 years straight. Like I've had sex with like literally 5 guys in my entire life.
So you know how to be committed when it comes to
but they're not
intimate.
Relationships. They're like
friends with movie
they're
tickets.
Like fuck buddy. They're like
that's good.
Netflix and chill buddies that we
and watch my cartoon.
Wait, were they exclusive as well?
No, they were. It's never defined.
Yeah.
See, this is sounding more along the lines of what Sarah does, because I might
break it down.
Yeah, I might just have this sort of thing too.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
As long as you don't
end up
wait, not to interrupt, ladies, right? Okay, Jerod. I wanted like, do you have a girlfriend?
It's true.
No, I do not.
How do you not have a girlfriend? Dígame.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am very, very picky. I'm very, very busy at the moment.
Right.
And for right now, it's just
he hasn't met her yet.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Okay, but what's your idealistic woman? Give me looks wise. Yeah, you could be like, I want to know look wise. Just be honest.
I mean, you can kind of go through the past history of women. You can kind of see it. But I mean, I think it was a very, very hard. I don't like to put it out there because I don't like to kill my fans' hopes and dreams. There are.
I'm not throwing any saucy Latins under the bus right now, but
oh snap!
BFU.
I do like Latinas.
You like Latina?
Hashtag brunette.
I like
But
Latino
she's a hot blonde over here.
And you know, my tastes have varied throughout the years, but for the most part, like I've been with most every ethnicity, but I found Latin girls to kind of be the best by far. They kind of have to be the total package. They have to have looks, they have to have brains, they have to have ambition. That's a huge one for me. And like real ambition, like they want to do stuff, not like, oh, I was thinking about starting a clothing line, but like I don't know if people like it, and like, you know, it's like I really enjoy being around women that are, you know, that are even better off than where I am, because then it's like it challenges me, and
That's good because it doesn't get
You want a
intimidated.
sugar mama?
Some men or women get
It's
intimidated.
like attention successful women.
No, but definitely not like that. Like I like learning. I love
I
a
love that
relationship
because
where I can learn
so
from
many
somebody.
guys are so like intimidated.
I know.
I feel like,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest,
yeah.
like I'm like I don't need to, but
Even
know.
just as friends.
You know what I wanted to bring up? I can't tell you how much more I've been hit on now that I have the ring on my finger.
Right.
And in a way, like as
Really?
much as it's flattering, it's kind of annoying. It's like this overly
Yeah.
cheesy, like, hey, I'm gonna try to see if I can test you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, your game is so arrogant and annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it works the same way with guys. The second you get a girlfriend, every girl on earth is like,
Right?
"What's up? What's up?
That
what are you
is
doing?"
the ultimate can't have you hands off. So of course,
Right.
what does every guy want? They want what they can't have.
yeah,
so
I know.
what's
but,
that about?
But other
You're a
married
catch.
men are doing it too, and they're
And
like,
that,
no
yeah.
toca la mercancía.
But it's like when I have a girlfriend, like she's public, she's all over everything, and it's like you have no chance. Like I mean, people, girl, not saying you, but just like
Yeah.
like any girl that would come in,
Yeah.
I'm like I'll literally get hit on. I'll just send them a picture of my girlfriend. I'll be like, nope,
Screenshot.
sorry. But you know, and I don't really like. I guess I kind of date, but for the most part, like if I'm dating somebody, it's because I'm not interested enough, and they really want to be with me, and I'm like, okay. But like I either fall in fucking like head over heels in love.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, me too. When's your birthday?
25th January.
February 3rd.
February
Yes,
February
yes.
Queen.
What's your sign,
I'm
Sarah?
a Virgo. I'm a Libra cusp.
I know
love
all about you.
Virgos.
What are you?
See, so I like get along
My-
with all you guys.
My birthday is in like 3 days. I'm gonna be 25 on Saturday.
Yay.
What's your sign? You're
Sagittarius. Oh my god.
Confirmed.
I'm like it's like that quarter life crisis.
One of my besties is a Sag, and then my other besties.
You're
all
gonna be
Aquarius
fine.
are Aries. It's
Yeah, I
weird.
love Virgos.
Yeah, I started
Like,
freaking out a little
Virgos are
bit
great.
because I'm about to turn 29. But then
please.
everybody I know that's like really doing work and they're kind of happy with their life, they're functional, they're settled, they're like everything that's going well is over 30.
Yeah.
I find that
Yeah,
everybody
I feel like
has
I
said.
get riper like an avocado.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's a
The
great.
that's a great analogy. You're just full of them. I swear to God, I'm gonna have to use her as a
hashtag
consultant.
all of these
Right?
phrases. It's
Hashtag-
gonna be a trending hashtag.
I'm like an avocado.
Hashtag I'm like an avocado. Hashtag right.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a whole like you're getting better.
Hashtag
Like
for
when
that.
I'm
One of your
wine,
shirts.
aging.
Hashtag I'm gonna write like an avocado.
But I'm gonna have to use you as a consultant when we get
Okay.
modern female.
Not a
lab.
problem.
This is
I would
gonna
love
be,
to.
yeah. There's so many great one-liners that are coming out of this.
Yeah, it's the
And
New
by
Yorker.
consultant,
I'm
he
loving
means
it. I'm stealing
fodder
some of these.
thief.
What?
Fodder thief by consultant.
What does that
Means
mean?
It means her information that she's giving out that you might just kind of pull. Just
Yeah,
okay. Don't
you know
be
what?
I'm
silly.
pulling some of it
I
too.
always what is it? You always cite the source or what? Always credit the.
If you're a good
credit the
person,
source.
you
Credit
credit the
the
source.
source,
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
flattered.
Cite the source.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I always do that. It gets a little annoying, I'm sure, when people listen to me talk. Cause I'm like, oh yeah, and this person, and my buddy, this person, and this, and it's like sounds like you're name dropping.
Give it credit.
That avocado
What
thing,
credits do.
you plagiarized that avocado thing. I'm calling Alisa right now. I'm calling her.
I copywrote it.
Someone has
I
a
want my
trademark
finder's
on
fee.
avocados.
Well, and that's interesting because when I actually wrote the book in the beginning, I was so concerned with being original and I was so concerned with possibly plagiarizing people that when I found out that there were other guys kind of doing what I did,
Sure.
I shut down any sort of outside influence and I actually wrote the book as organically as humanly
Nice.
possible before I started researching other people, which was a bit of a mistake because I feel like that book is very, very, there are some parts that are, like that first chapter is very, very short. And the last chapter is like exponentially long
Right.
because I had more to say on those subjects and there were
Sure.
some areas that I didn't feel like I needed to develop in.
Yeah.
And had I, read on the subject, I might have found more to kind of fill everything up. But then I always hated books like that where it was just a lot of filler. Everything needed to be even, and it was like, why did I read
I
all
feel like
this?
less is more.
contrived.
Less is
Yeah.
more. You know what I mean?
Bullet
And
points
you-
and pictures.
The attention
music.
span.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in music, there's so much like I don't know plagiarism per se, but like, I don't know, as a creative person, we listen to songs on the radio, and subconsciously it seeps into like whatever you're expressing in your music. So many people are like, oh, that's from this, that's from that. But you can like cross-reference like all these artists with different songs, and like so many people redo songs and like rewrite like lyrics to the same beat, to the same. Do you know what I mean?
Because
it's all
that beat is forever just embedded in you from the original.
Which is what me and Sarah.
I was gonna say
it's that hit,
and it's subconsciously when you listen to a song, like even 10 years later, you'll write another song and you'll like think of that song from 10 years ago. Like I was writing Microphone and or I was working on the beat and I was like, oh, like let's use like this reference from Truffle Butter. But it wasn't like I was copying them. It was just like taking.
But it was an inspiration.
It was an inspiration.
Sure.
So
And
it's
those
like
songs only have 3 or 4 chords anyway, and then of course with the whole beat system, it's kind of the same thing too.
Look at you girls talking the music jargon over here.
But even with writing with anything,
So call me on my avocado.
I'm like, huh?
We'll get somewhere with the avocado methodology of the organic avocado.
Making me hungry.
It's gonna
Anybody
come
got
somewhere.
But if you listen to Ice
Yeah,
Strip, there's a lot of
guacamole.
references from the song "I'm a Classic Man" in the beat. So
I'm
I
a
don't-
classic
man.
So you can listen to the snap. Anyway, so anything in music, even on the radio, like the top producers, they all like work together and collaborate. So they're all like somehow.
And it's
tied
important to
in.
realize that true originality doesn't exist anymore. And
God, no.
I was so concerned with my idea and originality, and anybody plagiarizing or stepping on my toes in that regard, that it can paralyze you. And people that have ideas and stuff, they get so paralyzed they don't want to share them, they don't want to bring it out because they're scared that somebody's going to steal it. And what I found is look something up. Somebody's already invented it. Just innovate that, and keep moving forward with that.
Don't let anything stop you. At the end of the day, if somebody really likes it, they'll pay for it.
And don't try and invent the wheel.
Yeah,
just start creating rubber. Like create better rubber. That the wheel is great. It works.
That's right.
And me and Sarah are actually starting to do, and I'm glad that I let go of that. I mean, it's actually starting a business and seeing how much other companies are like mine out there, seeing how you can get paralyzed because. Like when I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I almost didn't step into that world because Tony Robbins cornered the market. And I thought he was the only motivational speaker on earth. I was that in my head and isolated.
Well, it was great for me venturing out of doing motivational coaching was I then started to get asked to do more speaking appearances. So I started working with a company called Arc NoHo. It's here located in North Hollywood. And it's great for people that are joining the business or possibly don't have outlets to use their creativity, and so you can go and use their editing base stations. You can
what is this called?
It's and a lot of the services are for free. Arc NoHo.
Hello, Arc NoHo.
Ven Baka. No, so seriously, and it's a great outlet for different actors and dancers and stuff to be able to use it. So they had asked me to do a seminar, so I did one of my first seminars there, where I had a wonderful, intimate group of people, kind of giving them the one-on-one of what is my motto. And I'm very big now as I get older about awakening your inner passion. Like I was talking a little earlier about grounding yourself. So I'm very I'm Catholic, but I'm also I'm like the Catholic hippie. I like my sage. I like to meditate. I like to find my moments of solace throughout the day, because I feel like in such a busy hustle and bustle world, especially when you live in the city, and all 4 of us
That's
being
how
in
you
this
counteract
business.
all of these things, the exhaustion and the drama.
Exactly. And at the
gossip.
end of the day, talking about religion, I feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whoever it is that you believe in, as long as you have some sort of faith driving you. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's very interesting having the topic of a conversation with someone that is an atheist. I'm
an atheist.
Yeah, but
I grew up. My dad's Jewish and my mom's Catholic. I'm not per se atheist, but I'm like. I don't know. It's hard to explain because I like run and I exercise and I have all these like higher powers, but I don't know exactly what it is. I'm more like science driven.
And that's
I can
totally
I can
fine.
have conversations with my mom and my dad about passion and inner.
And you're open-minded.
Yeah, and
that's
I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
I don't shoot down anything. I'm very open-minded.
I actually came from the complete opposite. I started to be a pastor, and I was very, very Christian. And then I started to dig and research and stuff, and I just found stuff that I couldn't sit with.
Sure.
So I'm leaning much more
things
towards
that
quantum mechanics and stuff like that.
There's things that I take in from when I'm in church, and things that I'm like, okay, I'm still growing and learning, you know what I mean? But I do feel the force of being able to just center myself and have those moments of, solace with God and pray. It's just important.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was raised by avocado eating unicorns. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Well, and it's funny because the person that introduced us, Josh, actually, I met him because he wrote an amazing article on atheism for Elite Daily, and it went through my newsfeed. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, who wrote this? And I contacted him, and now he's starting the Humai
I gotta
thing.
check that out.
So it's really, really interesting that an atheist is starting the this
Yes.
project about
Yes.
putting a brain into another thing. There's just so much good stuff to talk about.
It goes with 101. It goes with it. Yeah, that's very interesting. I have to definitely check that out.
Yeah. Oh my, you haven't seen his company yet?
No, I know. I need.
He's
I
very
gotta get,
accomplished.
I gotta get.
Yeah.
Up to, I mean, I know some of him. His sister is a very, very good friend of mine, Tyrene Tapia. She's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she has a nonprofit organization. So I got a chance to meet Josh when I spoke on a panel about diversity and being in the business and empowering women and yada yada yada. So yeah, it's just wonderful how the universe brings all of us together. I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And things are in alignment. And right now, there's so many crazy shit going on in the world. That's why. Praying or meditating and just honing in on that positivity, because I'm really big about manifestation. What you put out comes back to you.
I am as well.
And very big on karma. You know what I mean? So
And what do you think about that?
yeah.
Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. Yes.
I'm a science nerd. I actually just taught myself Xcode and Swift, which is like an app programming. And like anyone in app development, they know that Xcode is like the platform, and then Swift is the language, and then it's iOS, Android. So I'm like learning apps, and like not that that's with God, but I'm like very like my math is very math centered. So logically karma is a thing. I believe that energy is not created nor destroyed. So like I like to spread good energy, but I'm not saying it's like a higher power or anything like that. I like to be the best person that I can be, and logically speaking, I do what's right, but I don't.
And it's great because
I listen to positive music. You can see that like a plant grows better when it listens to Mozart versus rap music.
Sure.
Not that I don't like rap, but so I believe in energy. I'm just not specific, So I do good, and I think good comes back. But
science is catching up with that. Science and religion are actually catching up to each other.
They're not mutually exclusive.
We're finding that a lot of the stuff like religion, that religion teaches, like meditation and prayer, and kind of like willing and manifesting, has a very, very scientific understanding. We are almost out of time though, so
Just about.
we're gonna have to save this one for another one. I'm gonna have Josh on the show, and maybe we can have you guys back. And we can do a whole religious panel.
That turned into something really deep.
It did. So,
where can people find you on social media?
Yeah.
At Noel Leon Music on Snapchat, like Facebook, Instagram. Noel Leon on iTunes.
And I just wanted to shout out next 2016, I'm going to be doing 2 films. One called Heavenly Deposit, that's actually a Christian-based movie, my first Christian-based movie.
Oh, wow.
That has a very great fan base, so I'm excited about that. And the Duff Foundation picked up the movie. And then I'm doing another sci-fi movie about the Russian Yeti and the Soviet Union, about 6 college ski hikers that died a horrific death on the Ural Mountain, and it's called The Circle. So I'll be filming that next year as well.
Wait, that's about a Yeti?
A Yeti?
Oh my God, I love creature films.
So I'm excited. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Snapchat, and please follow me and like me on Facebook.
Periscoping.
I stopped periscoping. It was too much multitasking. At Alisa, that's Alisa Reyes.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's right.
Cool. And Sarah, you want to shout out? Or you don't like shout out?
I mean, Sarah Beth Harris. You know where to stalk me.
Cool. And you can find me on Twitter at Mail Methodology. You can find me on Instagram at modern.mail. And you can find us on Facebook at the Modern Mail Movement or Jerod Zavistoski. And you can find our website online at modernmailinc.com/radio. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Awesome. That's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Mail Radio.
Mucho besitos.
Bye.
You're listening to Modern Mail Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.